Welcome to Bioverse Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the structure of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the outermost boundary of an animal cell. It is made up of phospholipid bilayer having two heads, hydrophilic and hydrophobic, water-loving head and water-fear head. The model was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972 about the structure of plasma membrane is fluid mosaic model. In the phospholipid bilayer, there are some proteins. Some are abundant known as integral proteins and some are at the periphery known as extrinsic protein. There are some cholesterol molecule which provide the cholesterol provide fluidity to the structure. The glycolipid bind with the lipid form glycolipid and glycoprotein. So in a basic plasma membrane structure, there are some proteins, phospholipid bilayer with two ends, hydrophobic and hydrophilic ends, and cholesterol molecule, which provide the fluidity to the plasma membrane. Let me discuss the function of plasma membrane. The main function of plasma membrane is transport. There are basically three types of transport. The first one is active transport across the plasma membrane. When the transport is across the plasma membrane against the concentration gradient, that means when the molecule moves from its lower concentration to the higher concentration with the expense of energy, such transport is known as active transport. The best example of active transport is sodium potassium pump. It is necessary for our life because with the help of active transport, our nutrients get absorbed. Basically, the mineral ions get absorbed by the process of active transport across the plasma membrane. So, in simple term, we can say the movement of molecule against the concentration gradient with the expense of ATP is known as active transport. Mineral pump and sodium potassium pump are the best example of active transport. The other method of transport across the plasma membrane is passive transport. Passive transport across the plasma membrane is in the direction of concentration gradient. Here the molecules move from higher concentration to its lower concentration through the plasma membrane. Passive transport for simple molecules, just like gaseous molecule like oxygen, carbon dioxide, is direct. But for some bigger molecules, there are some facilitated protein which provide a facilitated channel for facilitated diffusion. Osmosis and diffusion are the different type of passive transport. Carrier protein and channel proteins help in passive transport of molecule from its higher concentration to its lower concentration without energy. Aquaporins are protein channel which help in osmosis process of transfer of water molecule from its higher concentration to its lower concentration. This is known as osmosis. The major difference between active and passive transport is that in passive transport, the movement of molecule according to the concentration gradient is from high to low without the use of ATP, while in active transport, the molecule movement is from lower to higher concentration with the use of ATP. Passive transport help in gas exchange, nutrient absorption, water balance, and cellular activities. There are no ATP required. It is always along the concentration gradient. Subscribe Bioverse Academy for such more knowledgeable videos on biology.